I believe, now I'm not privy to everybody's financial records, but I think everybody in the studio is a millionaire now, right?
Is that right?
Well, you all own
Colleen
houses.
was first because she had the $1 million crib.
From the shoes you were looking at, you have to be a millionaire.
That's what I mean. And we've all become millionaires just in time for it to be meaningless.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
It is. I mean, I thought, right, when the interest rates shot up, a lot of us were thinking like, oh, okay, cool. When the interest rates go up, that means the home prices will start to go down. Nope. Not here in the good old King County. As a matter of fact, King County right now, it just topped over $1 million median home price. And if you're listening like, oh, is that the average? No, that means that 50% of homes went above $1 million and 50% went below $1 million. And also, by the way, what has happened? The East Side, y'all, they're the reason. 1.7 million over there is the median home price.
Yeah.
So that's where we are. Hey, what you danging over there for, Sully? Your people over there in Snohomish County, y'all sitting up there at 828,000.
I can't believe it when Holly looks at them like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I guess
For my house, look at this thing.
Why is this bad news? You're all rich.
Oh, whoa. This is extremely bad news.
Why?
Because there's not many people that get to share in what's going on. And by the way, even if you in that house and it's worth so much, the interest rates are high, where you going?
Yeah.
You ain't going nowhere.
What contributes to the low inventory?
Unless you're going to leave and go to Idaho and Texas and Florida, and you know the income you can't make when you go out there. But anyways, another reason why, look, when I see this, I don't get excited. I don't get excited knowing that our next generation, it is so hard for them to get in homes. But then people want to tell me, oh, gee, it's going to be these policies is the reason why it's leading to homelessness. No. This is the reason why it's leading to homelessness, because our wages aren't catching up enough for our young people to be able to buy a home. Hence the reason why, I'm sorry for getting a little emotional about this, but I'm really just tired of talking about it. You have people that have gone to college, graduated, got a job, and still got to live with their parents. Hopefully, they have an opportunity to live with their parents, because they don't. They have to get it out here in the rental world, and we know how much it is to rent. So you're trying to get money from Peter to pay Paul, and you're doing all these things. You're 35 years old, and you can't even get your first home. Meanwhile, the people that set the policies are people that were able to buy their first starter home at $50,000, $60,000, go to college and pay for it all, and get their part-time job and pay for it all for at least $50,000 to go to college, when you all know it costs $150,000 to go.
And they're really unwilling to give it up, too, because they want to pass that on to their children. And it's generational wealth. You remember the conversation we had when I bought my home 2 years ago, and we bought it at $1.2 million, and it made me sick to my stomach and still does. And the conversation I had with my therapist about it, because I said, gee, I don't have $1.2 million. I played the system well. I got into the real estate market at the right time, so I was able to sell my first home for this much, my second home for this much, and that allowed me to buy my third home, which is worth that much. So I got into, it's a system. It's not a reflection of my hard work or a reflection of my income. It's a reflection of the system I entered that benefited me.
Yes.
And my therapist says, I get it. It's okay to feel guilty about this. What you do with that privilege is you do something about it. You speak on it. You speak out on it. You help people with your home. You invite people in. You give them advice. So what we do with our privilege when we're sitting on these properties worth this much, and we feel sick about it to our stomachs, but we still want to stay there because we want a roof over our kids' heads, that's what you can do. It doesn't mean you can't buy $1 million home. It just means you don't have the privilege, so you need to pay it forward.
Well, people could vote for programs that allow the government to even out incomes the way it used to back when the top marginal tax rate was 91%. Or for making health care universally available and paid for so that you are not bankrupted by sickness, providing public parks that you don't have to pay for so your kids have a place to play even if they're living in an apartment. You could vote for all that stuff because the people who make less money could outvote all the rich people, but we don't. We don't vote that way.
Ooh, wait. That part right there.
Yeah.
The people that could outvote, because there's enough of people in this country that are have-nots than are haves.
That's right.
But there's something that is put out there to make sure that people out there will vote against themselves,
What's that?
their own interest, which blows my mind. How
But
that
we've tried
continues
that
to happen.
before. But that message has been out there. Like, you don't vote that way because someday it might affect you when you get rich. I heard that line, 30 years ago, and here we are. At some point, you got to learn from experience. The market itself is not going to fix this. That's why governments were invented in the first place, because otherwise there'd be like a few people on the top and a lot of peasants at the bottom.
Yeah. Well,
We're not going to solve it today.
well,
Well, we came close, though.
Yeah, we did,
This
didn't we?
conversation got real serious, so let me go ahead and temper it down.
Yeah.
You want to know what I'm going to say?
What?
If you think about it, all of us is just really renting everything. We don't own anything.
That's
As a
true.
matter of fact, there's going to be some time, at some point, all of the hard work that we put into those homes, somebody else is going to have it
That's
because
exactly
we'll be
right.
dead and gone. See y'all.
It's called turbulence, right?